Today in our 2019 Subaru Crosstrek, we're going to be installing CURT's Class 3 2-inch trailer hitch receiver.
And this is what our hitch looks like when it's installed. The cross tube's tucked up pretty well behind the bumper, so it's barely noticeable. For the most part, all you're going to notice is the receiver sticking out the back. It's a Class 3 2-inch by 2-inch receiver, so it's going to be great for all of your towing needs. From bike racks to cargo carriers to trailers, it'll handle just about everything. It uses a 5/8" hitch pin and clip. Now, one doesn't come included with the hitch, but you can pick one up here at etrailer.com. It utilizes hoop-style safety chain loops that have a very large opening, so it should accommodate just about every shape and size of safety chain. It features a 525-pound tongue weight, that's the force going down on top of the receiver, and a 3,500-pound gross towing capacity. That's how much it can pull behind it. You do want to verify in your vehicle's owner's manual and ensure you don't exceed any of its towing capacities. And now I've got some measurements for you to help you when deciding on accessories. From the ground to the top inside edge of the receiver tube, it measures about 15¼ inches. This is important when determining if you need to drop, rise, or raise shank in any of your accessories. And from the center of the hitch pin hole to the edge of the rear bumper, it measures about 3 inches. This is important when determining if any of your folding accessories can be placed in the upright storage position without contacting the bumper. We'll begin our installation underneath the rear of the vehicle. We want to place a strap on our vehicle to support our exhaust. We're going to have to lower that down, so we'll go ahead and get that in place. And then we'll take our pry bar and some lubricant and remove our exhaust hangers. There's going to be one on your passenger side, 2 on the driver's side, and then 1 just in front of your rear suspension there. We'll spray it with a little bit of lubricant, and then you can just pry it right off of there. We'll then repeat that for the remaining 3 hangers. We can now lower our exhaust down. Just use your strap to help just ease it down out of your way. On the bottom side of your frame rail now, you're going to find some rubber plugs. You're going to need to remove those with a flat-bladed screwdriver. So you can simply pop underneath of those and then pull them down. And we're going to do this on the other side as well. Then you want to take a razor knife and just trim this down. You just want to try and make it a little bit flatter. That'll just make the installation a little bit easier when you go to put your hitch up. You're going to do that on both sides. You'll then need to enlarge the hole in the frame. We're going to enlarge the larger one, which is towards the front of the vehicle. We just need it large enough that you can fit your spacer in. So we're going to do this to the other side now too. Now we can take the coiled wires that come in our kit. We're going to feed them down, starting at the rearmost hole, going forward to the frontmost hole. We're going to bring the coiled end down through there. We'll place our spacer on it, push that up into the frame, then thread our carriage bolt onto the coiled end. We'll push that up into the frame, and if it gets a little tight like that, you may need to grind out more, or sometimes you can just give it a little tap with the hammer and it'll go up in there. We're going to repeat this on the other side for the rearmost hole, and then for our frontmost hole, we're going to be using the reverse pull wire method. For our frontmost hole, you'll take your coiled wire, place the spacer on it, followed by the carriage bolt, and thread that onto the coiled end. We'll then place our bolt up first. Again, you may need to give it a little tap. Then we can take our spacer, slide it up into the frame, and pull our bolts back down. We'll repeat that on the other side. Now on the back holes for your hitch, you're going to take the spacers that come in our kit. I'm going to use some clear tape. We're going to put some on the spacer. We're going to line the spacer up with the hole, and then use the tape to secure it to the hitch. And then you can poke the hole out in the center so your hardware can go through. You'll do that on the other side as well. Now with the next set of hands, we'll lift our hitch into position. You want to make sure you feed your pull wires down through the hitch. Once you've got them both fed through, just lift your hitch up against the frame, pull your bolts down through, then you can pull off your fish wire and thread on a flange nut. Once you get one started on each side, the hitch will hold itself up making it easier to install the rest of your hardware.
Now we use a 3/4 inch socket to tighten down all of our hardware.
Then you can torque your hardware to the specifications found in your instructions.
Now you can put your exhaust back in place, and then you're all set. And that completes our installation of Curt's Class 3 2-inch trailer hitch receiver on our 2019 Subaru Crosstrek.